with a fiasco there. We're driving up here, decided, I'm gonna go check out Mustard Ground Road. So I thought, I know some overland sites there. So I drove over there, it was open. I wasn't sure if it was even gonna be open. So drove down there for a second, and then the elevation wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. We did start getting some snow flurries while I was driving up here. So this area I know typically gets snow first just because of where it's at, the mountains. So I ended up still coming over the Burrell's Ford. Then I drove down the main road a little ways further than I've ever been. I've never really explored this whole road. And I figured there's got to be some overland sites there. I found one back there a little ways, parked that. Hike along. I'm just going to hike down this road for a little ways, see where it goes. Scouting out some stuff. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm turning around and hike back to the car. And I'm going to set up camp at the truck. I'll go over my gear loadouts. So I have my green. This is my get home bag. I have a 3-tiered system I use for my gear that I'll share with you guys that I've kind of tweaked, and you never perfect it, but I've tweaked it over the years to make it easy to knowing what gear to go where and all that stuff. So I'll go over that later. I'm gonna hike down this road a little, see where it goes, and then get back with you guys. It's all blue and purple. All right, I didn't hike very far so far. I'm only a little over a mile. I got down to this campsite down here. It's a pretty sweet campsite. It's got these weird purple blazes on the trees. I don't know what that's all about. I've never seen that before. Got a creek right beside you. I got the GoPro over there filming me. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out this little trail. Should be a poop trail. It's too close to the water. So, let's see. Oh yeah. I love finding these cool little tucked away spots behind them. All right. Snow's starting to come down. I shed a layer hiking with that Patagonia on. You get pretty warm pretty fast. But I got some little flurries starting to come down. Could be a blizzard. South Carolina blizzard. There they are, see? More like little pieces of ice. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, I love it. Huh. I know I'm not on camera right now, but I'm smiling ear to ear. Sit here and be out here in a snowstorm in South Carolina a couple days before Christmas. I'll get much better than this, man. We're gonna hit 2.5 miles. I'm only a mile and a half in now. I'm 2.5 miles up, turn it around, head back to the car, 2.5 miles. So we get a good 5 miles in. I do at least 5 miles. I gotta get some exercise. It's not really tough hiking, we're on a road. There's a little bit of elevation, but nothing crazy. So we should be able to cover this pretty quick because I'm gonna need to get back to the truck. It's 2 o'clock. Sundown's 5:23. I'm gonna have to get some firewood together. And there was not a ton at that site. So I'm gonna have to venture out a little bit. Armadillo up here. He hasn't seen me yet. When armadillos attack. Man, my grandfather used to hate these things. Like, he didn't care. How you doing, buddy? Still don't care I'm here. Yeah? Okay. Must be some good food down there. Alright, well, you do your thing, bud. Don't get hit by a car. Officially at the 2.5 mile mark. I'm gonna turn around, head back. So we've only done about 262 feet of uphill, 2.5 miles. So we'll do about 5 miles, probably about 500 feet of elevation. By the time we get back, nothing crazy on this road. Got me out here looking like prime time back in the day. I used to wear the do-rag. All of us did when we played football. High school. Trying to look like Deion Sanders. Prime time. This is a dude I did. I'll tell you, super useful piece of gear. I know a lot of people say that about these balaclavas or whatever. Just a fabric tube. But man, I use this thing for everything. Either for a pot holder when it feels hot. We were skiing on Friday, and I forgot my beanie. I had a hat. I had this like new hat I got with like ears on it and stuff. It was kind of cool. But after skiing down a couple times, I had the snow blowers on. Ice was getting all in it. And so it wasn't really working out, so I needed a full cover. So I ditched that in the truck and just wore this. This is what I was skiing in most of the time. People are like, hey, stay warm in that? And I'm like, yeah, stays. I double it up over my ears and just leave the top open. So keep your head warm. And then if I got a beanie or a hoodie, I'll pull this down over my neck. It really works well when you pull it over your neck because, you know, you got your big arteries there, you know. Keep those warm, keeps you warm. So neck warmer, head warmer, pot holder, rag to clean stuff up with. It's just a versatile piece of gear, and it's just a piece of fabric. All right, where are we at? We're at 3.1 miles, 341 feet of elevation. Snow's been off and on. The temperature is dropping. It's gotten colder. I can tell that because I've been hiking for a while. I'm doing some uphill, and I'm actually cooling off, which means it's temperature's dropping faster than I can heat up, which is rare. So, be a cold one, folks. But I'll see you guys back at the truck, and we'll start going over some gear, getting set up for the night. Back to the car. So we're back here in this little offshoot road. So you did about 4.5 miles. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. All right. Snow's starting to come back down again. This is firewood. I'll go over some gear. Apparently the elves were missing home. Wanted a little snow, so they came out camping with me. That's Buddy and Ginger. My kids are probably wondering where they're at right now. Well, it stopped for a minute and then it started coming down pretty decent now. We'll go through my 3-tier. Oh dear. What day bag? I have an everyday carry bag. That's this bag up here. I'm gonna grab it. So here we go. So this would be my Juvic, sort of like an EDC everyday carry bag. I carry this bag everywhere I go. With several items. My gym bag. It's my just going out for the day bag. I always have this in the car, throw it with me or bring it with me. Overnight bag. It serves a lot of different purposes. It's perfect size. It's pretty small. It's got some molly webbing on it, so you can attach extra stuff to it, but it's not made to carry a ton of weight. It does have a little hip belt that you can use if you want to. It's more of a, it's not really a, doesn't have a frame, it's frameless. It doesn't have an actual hip belt that's going to take weight off you, but if you're trying to trail running or you want to move through the trail pretty quick, a pack like this is great because this is just to basically hold the pack close to you. So it's not flopping all around while you're moving fast. So you can move pretty quick with that pack. So the things I carry in this pack, I usually have, because this will transfer between bags. This is my ditty bag. I carry my ditty bag everywhere I go. Like it's an everyday carry thing. And it comes in handy so much, like all the time. I'll be in a meeting at work. I have this bag with me. And one of my coworkers or something like that has a headache or they're not feeling well. I've got Tylenol in here. I've got cold and flu medicine in here that I usually carry with me. It's come in handy with toilet paper I carry in here if we're out and about and we can't get to a good bathroom, or maybe it's a porta-john, whatever, bathroom that's got crappy toilet paper. Crappy toilet paper, see what I did there? Got the crappy toilet paper in it. I got toilet paper in here, chapstick, fire starter, toothbrush, toothpaste. So I keep all that stuff in here. The little compacted wet napkins just come in handy all the time when I need to clean stuff up. You just put a little water on and they expand and turn into basically a wet towelette. So those are awesome. Tape. I've got medical tape in here. I use that all the time, especially for like fingernails and stuff. I'm always tearing fingernails off. So usually a lot of times I'll tape them back down. It's a long story. I used to bite my nails and keep them close, but then I chipped my tooth like a year or two ago, a couple years ago now. I chipped my tooth biting my nails. I haven't bit my nails since. But the flip side is I have to keep up with cutting them all the time, and I don't always keep up with it. I'm out doing stuff, and then I'll end up tearing a fingernail off. Up at the very top, I love this too because it has some really cool pocket ideas, right? So it has this very, very top pocket here. This one always has a knife in it. Leatherman, Swiss Army knife will be in here. And I also will typically have pepper spray. I usually keep a thing of pepper spray in this top pocket. So it's like a knife, pepper spray are usually in this very top pocket. I know that is there all the time. So if I ever need a knife or I need quick, get off me, yo, I got pepper spray. On the flip side, on the bottom pouch, it has this bottom pouch here. And here, I keep a tourniquet and usually my little 380. My little 380 is usually in here with it as well. Right now I have that on me. So if I'm not carrying it on me, just a little Ruger LCP. 6 rounds. It's not going to, blow your head off or nothing, but in a situation where I need to get away or something stupid happens, I run into a wild animal out here, most likely the noise is going to scare them off more than even the round, and then the pepper spray too. But if I had to place a couple of good shots, there's hollow points in here, I could put down a pretty sizable creature if I needed to. So that'd usually be right here in the front if it's not on me. In the very front pouch, the little pouch, I carry all kinds of crap. Usually I have my medications in here that I need. Right now I've got some hand warmers in here. I always have like these little drink packs, these little energy ones you get at the grocery store. Always have tons of those with me. I have Gatorade ones too. I use all the time. All sugar free, and I get tired of drinking water, so I always have those. So that's usually medications, pins. I have some hand warmers in here right now. It's wintertime. Some of my business cards because I use this for work as well. So that's pretty much what I keep in there. And anything else, I might throw my AirPods will be in there, and headphones, things like that when I don't need them. And the big pouch. So this one stays. The couple consistent things I keep in there. One thing is my Arcturus poncho / tarp. So this is a rain poncho, and it's a tarp. So there's grommets on it, and it's kind of oversized, so you can use it as a tarp and it's for shelter in that situation. It's also a poncho. So if it's raining outside, it usually comes in more handy for that purpose. More than anything, is usually as a rain poncho, or like we were out in a boat a month or so ago. It was a little chilly out. My oldest son got that out and wrapped it around and was using it like a blanket, especially when we were moving because the wind was really cold. It broke the wind for him. It broke wind. I'm going to poop jokes today. It's cold in my hands. So that's kind of what will live in that pouch, along with my ditty bag will typically be in there. Now, if I'm going to the gym, I'll have my towel in there. If I'm going to work, I might have my laptop in there. So I'll swap some stuff in and out. If I'm going for an overnight trip somewhere, I have an extra pair of clothes in here. So this bag has all that stuff on it, everywhere I go. And then usually in these side pouches here, I usually have a water filter, just in case. Right now I have some tent stakes and stuff in here for the shelter if I needed to, because I have some of this stuff I have over in my bug out type of bag. So that's my step one, phase one, is my EDC bag. This one I carry everywhere I go. It's always with me. It's usually in the front of the car if it's not on me while I'm at the gym or at work or wherever. This is usually within arm's reach. It's my purse, my man purse, basically. My second bag, obviously my ditty bag's here still, is my green. This is the bag I was hiking with today. This bag, I've gone through so many different variations of this in the back of the truck, trying to different backpack setups, bins, and it depends on the time of year that I'm out and what I'm bringing with me and how I have my truck set up, because I set my truck up different ways depending on the time of year right now as well. I'll go over that in a little bit. But right now, this is set up as my bug out bag, which will sit right here in the back of the truck, just always packed with most of this stuff. So I have on the bottom here, to the outside of it, this is a tarp. It's a big tarp. I didn't even use that, actually. We'll use it tonight. It's the first time using that tarp. So take it off of there, get it out of the way. So this is a no cry tarp. It's a good tarp. I mean, I guess it's a good tarp. I haven't actually tried it in real life. Also, one thing I don't have on here right now that I typically will have in here when it's in the truck is my shovel. I didn't want to hike with this because it's super heavy. But usually this is right here on the outside. But like I said, I was just going for this little 5-mile hike. Not gonna need a shovel on that, so I took it off, threw it right here. But obviously this is more for situations happen. I need to get home. Maybe the truck's broken down. I need to hike home, or Armageddon, whatever. I always have it back here. It's also a backup kind of backpacking setup. In the front right now, I got my wallet, which is one of these little card holders. This is all I carry. I got my compass. My Sunto. See what else we pull out the goodie bag. Oh, right in the rain notepad in case I need to take some notes on something. That can always come in handy. It's a receipt for something there. I don't know what I got in there. Ferro rod, whistle, paracord, little striker on it. Pencil for the right in the rain pad. Little hanky because these come in handy for lots of different stuff. I got my headlamp in here. Night core. Sawyer Mini water filter is in here as well. Ooh, I can smell. I got some SB cubes in here somewhere because I can smell them. My Garmin. So I need to turn that on because nobody can get a hold of me right now. So I'll throw that on. This is some stupid little survival blanket bracelet. It came with, I think, my tarp. They threw it in for free. I just threw it in my pack. It's not something I would normally carry, but it's there. I let the kids use it. Oh yeah, I do. SB cubes. These are SB cubes for cooking food. They smell funky. All right, that's it for the front pack. And the secondary pack that I have here is three main compartments for this. I've got face shield, obviously. Summertime, you may take this out, but winter, I have it set up in a winter setup. I do have some food in here. So this is Mountain House spaghetti. It's just in a bag. Kind of reduce the size. Also have some ramen and saw. I have a rain jacket, which is awesome. The Frog Togs, super light, great windbreak. It's also great for if you have like a nice jacket. This is my Patagonia jacket, which is like $200 something. I don't want to be near a fire getting little ashes and holes in this thing. So usually I'll throw this on over it. Another face shield because again it's winter, so this is a total face shield. Probably overkill with the other one I have. That's it. That's all I have in that pack. That one, oh no, I got my UNO little lantern. So this is a light source. It's also for warmth. Also help you get a fire going if it's really wet and damp. You need something that's going to hold a flame for a little while so you can at least dry out some tinder, get it going. So candles are really, and the candles that these things come with last for like 9 hours. So those are super useful. And you could also, with the tarp, if I have my tarp in there with it, you could, if you were in a really bad situation, sit up against a tree, throw that tarp around you like a bivvy almost, get that candle going in there with your jacket and get it kind of underneath it, and it'll generate a lot of heat. You'll stay warm. Right now I've got a jungle blanket in there, so this is not going to be warm past 50 degrees maybe. You might be able to push this to 40 if you double wrap it, have some other stuff going on. But it's pretty small, compact. It's big, so I keep that around. It's a pretty versatile blanket. Oh yeah, for my food, I got some protein to go with my food. I got some premium white chicken versus regular white chicken. I always go premium. Son makes fun of me for the premium. Got some Spam, of course. We can mix in with the ramen noodles. Got a little meal there. We got a cook kit. So we got, oh, I do have hot chocolate. Yeah, I was wondering that when I was walking out the back if I had hot chocolate or not. I have one hot chocolate in here. Is it open? We're going with it. I'm going to make that here in a second, actually. I got a little cat can stove for the SB Cube and my titanium Tokes pot, which needs to be cleaned out before I make hot chocolate in it. I got my Nemo Tensor. My Nemo Tensor sleep pad. This I'll probably swap out of this pack. It's kind of big. It's overkill. It's an expensive air pad. It's insulated, but it's the wide and long version. So it tends to be a little too big a lot of the times, I find. I'm a big dude, but even that is a little, when you're packing it down, or if it's in your tent or your hammock or whatever, it's super long. So I'd like to get something maybe a little smaller for this pack. I'll still have that one, but for my everyday carry pack, probably not. I've got a war bonnet hammock in here. So with the thermarest, I don't even own anything thermarest. The Nemo tensor pad and a war bonnet hammock, you can set that up and that'll keep you warm. And throw your blanket over the top, which is what's also what I would put in there is you have a military style wool blanket. These are great because you don't have to worry about compressing them down. They keep them warm. They stay wet. They're just heavy, but this is living in the car most of the time. So this will be an extra layer of insulation in the hammock. I do have a sit pad in here, which I use as kind of as a frame. So if I do need a sit pad, I have it there. What else do we have on this one? Oh, we have side pockets on this one too. So this side pockets in this one, I've got my tent stakes. Let's see, I have my normal water carrier that I use on all my packs, which is super handy because no one likes to do this weird dislocate your shoulder thing. Keep your water in front of you. But on my side packs, I have tent stakes, and then this one I have more drink packs with a Gatorade, along with a lantern with a light. This is what makes this one? What's the ML4? It's a popular LED. I forgot the name brand of it. That's a brand name. I also got some hand sanitizer in there. That's pretty much it for that pack. So that pack, and this one, like I said, has a lot of MOLLE webbing on it, on the outsides of it, everywhere. And it has straps on the bottom, so you can strap a sleeping bag, or I can have my tarp on here. I can strap more stuff out here, like my shovel. It's got these little wraparound kind of things, so you can strap more stuff onto it. So you can just strap a lot of stuff to this pack. It's very comfortable. It's not framed, but it does have an actual like hip belt with more MOLLE webbing on it. And the hip belt does help with weight distribution, without the frame. It is, you can put a water bladder in here if you want to. It's got sternum strap, so it's super comfortable. It's very versatile. It's just a great pack. It's cheap too. I think I only paid like $40 for this pack, maybe at the most, maybe less. It's not a very expensive pack, but it's good. So we'll end that one there for that pack. So like I said, that's my pack that I'll have in the back of the truck, kind of ready to go all the time. I might swap some things out here and there, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, but most of the time it's going to be right there. Why is this thing tracking me? I'm not hiking. I don't need you tracking me. But most of the time it's going to sit right there. I might, depending on the season, swap a few things in and out of it, but that's it. And the black one is basically the black pack that I have with the MOLLE webbing on is kind of the same version of that pack. It's just a little smaller version of it. It has this front pocket here and the top pocket. So I do love those two packs. And then I have my ULA, and I have some framed packs. I'll go over kind of situations where I use those. I have a lot of backpacks. Situational. Oh man, my hands are cold. All right, let me get some gloves on. Let me get some firewood. Let me get a fire going. All right, let's get a fire going. Yeah, see, I have some trash in here. Who's that? The fire starter left. What's a bird out here doing? You forgot to fly south, buddy? Maybe he's from Buffalo. This is south. It's cold out here, for sure. Gotta get that feathery stuff. And these fire starters. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get this out. Got like some sleet coming down now.
Snow's good, sleet not so much. Yeah, you can hear it. Little tiny sleet snow.
Finally got the fire going. That took a lot of work. Everything around here is pretty wet and damp, but I got it going. I already finished off my potatoes, sorry. Didn't have any aluminum foil, so I literally just boiled them in my pot. Threw some cheese on them with some sour cream. Boy, they're delicious. Did that while I was waiting for my steak to cook, which is looking mighty fine, if I do say so myself. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? That's a T-bone. Got a T-bone out here in the woods. Cold. Snow's been off and on, kind of like a sleet snow, and kind of doing its thing. Clean up a little bit. I did set up my hammock over there. Oh, you can see that. You can see the hammock over there. I'm probably not gonna sleep in it, but I set it up anyway, just in case. I'll give it a try. I'll tell you one key though. I have a wall inflator, but this little fan, it goes around your neck. Really for the summertime, kind of keep it cooled off. I also use it in the truck, like if I'm camping in the truck. I use it to keep the ventilation at night. But for blowing on a fire, which it just ignited itself back up. But a couple of times, if you just hit it with this thing, it's like a blowtorch. Pro tip. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my steak. Bye. And I had to check back in. I slow cooked this thing over that fire. Kind of smoked it. Man, this thing, it looks like it's super well done, but it's super tender. That's awesome. So this is part of winter camping I really don't like. I just had dinner, had a hike. It's got to be like 10 o'clock by now, right? You get ready for bed, watch something or whatever. No, it's like 6:30. A little after 6:30. And I'm done eating, done with everything else. Put the fire out, it's just too smoky. Everything's just a little bit damp. It was just putting out tons of smoke, and it just kept wanting to go into the back of the truck here, which is going to smell like smoke, and everything's going to smell like smoke at this point. And then it's like the dilemma is, what do I do? I have a tablet I usually bring that has like movies and shows and stuff on it, but for a while it's been sitting in my truck just chilling, and you have to like reactivate your downloads that you get from Netflix and stuff. And the cell phone signal here, so I can't do that. So I have nothing to watch. I've listened to like every playlist on my phone is downloaded, and so now what do I do? This part that sucks going by yourself too, is that normally you'd hang out by a fire, chit chat, whatever, but the only people I got to talk to is you. I got nothing to watch, listen to all my music, and I'm not an early bed guy. Like, that's not me. I can't be honest. Camping is really a thing that's meant for people who like to go to bed early. I'll tell you that much. All right, so I'm done packing up. It's like 7:15. Oops, I guess you guys need a light to see me. So I'll call this one done. I guess my next trip, what I'm gonna do, I didn't plan this trip at all, so this was a very spur of the moment. I decided to come out here today. This morning I woke up and was like, I'm gonna go. So I haven't been out in a while, test some gear. Main reason I went to get out today is to do a hike. I haven't been out hiking in a while, so I got to exercise, get the hike in. What am I hitting? Can't see anything. So now I got that done, got out of the way, ate dinner, everything packed up, still only 7 o'clock, so we are going to head home. Is this the right way out of here? It is dark. I can't see.